The forgotten secret to unbroken sleep. Does the dead of night feel strangely familiar? The profound and almost sacred silence of the house, punctuated only by the soft, rhythmic hum of a distant fan or the gentle creak of the floorboards, should be a sanctuary for deep restorative rest. And yet, for so many, this quiet is shattered by an all too common and deeply frustrating feeling, a physical nudge from within that pulls you from the warm depths of slumber. It is the unwelcome sensation of your own body waking you up not just once, but perhaps 2 or even 3 times before the first hint of dawn even considers painting the eastern sky. You climb into bed utterly exhausted, your mind and body craving the promise of 8 uninterrupted hours of profound, healing rest, only to find that your personal peace is repeatedly fractured by a persistent, nagging urge originating from your bladder. Consequently, your mornings arrive not with a sense of vibrant renewal and clear-headed energy, but with a lingering, oppressive fatigue that casts a persistent shadow over your entire day, dulling your focus, shortening your patience, and stealing the joy from simple moments. This is a quiet, often unspoken struggle faced by millions of individuals, a nocturnal frustration frequently dismissed with a resigned sigh as an inevitable and unavoidable consequence of growing older. A tax on the privilege of a long life. But what if this common assumption is fundamentally flawed? What if the true key to reclaiming the sanctity of your nights, to achieving the profound gift of sleeping soundly and deeply until the sun naturally rouses you, was not to be found within a prescription bottle or a complex medical regimen, but was instead hidden in plain sight, nestled within your evening snack? Bowl. What if that small, seemingly innocuous handful of nuts you enjoy as a comforting ritual while reading a book or watching television is, in fact, the secret culprit behind your perpetually disrupted sleep? The truth, both surprising and empowering, is that a simple, almost effortless shift in this single, ingrained habit holds the immense power to transform your nights entirely, to restore the continuity of your rest and the vitality of your days. Today, we will embark on a journey to uncover the gentle yet powerful truth about which specific nuts can become your greatest allies in the quest for deep, uninterrupted sleep, and which ones are silently, insidiously sabotaging your rest, one single crunchy bite at a time. Understanding your body's new rhythm. As we gracefully journey past the significant milestone of 60 years, our bodies begin to communicate with us in a softer, more nuanced and subtle language, a departure from the robust and often loud commands of our youth. The forceful demands and resilient tolerances of our younger years are gradually replaced by gentle whispers, by quiet suggestions that require a more attentive and compassionate ear. One of the most persistent and noticeable of these whispers, particularly during the hallowed hours of darkness, emanates from our bladder. This recurring nocturnal signal is not merely a random annoyance or a source of frustration. It is a profound and meaningful communication, a clear signal that our internal rhythm, the very metronome of our physiology, is changing and is now asking for our patient understanding and our mindful cooperation. The kidneys, our body's incredibly diligent and tireless filters, which have worked ceaselessly for decades, begin to operate at a more delicate and considered pace. They remain remarkably efficient, but the intricate and beautifully orchestrated dance of fluid balance, especially after the sun has set, undergoes a significant shift. A crucial hormone known as vasopressin, which masterfully and intelligently signals the body to conserve water and dramatically reduce the production of urine during our sleeping hours, naturally begins to decline in its circulating levels as we age. This hormonal shift means that precisely at the time when your body and mind are yearning for the deep, restorative phases of sleep, your renal system is paradoxically producing more urine, creating a perfect and predictable recipe for frequent awakenings throughout the night. Concurrently, the delicate network of nerves that surrounds the bladder can become more sensitive, akin to a light switch that is much easier to flip, requiring less pressure to activate. In our younger, more resilient years, the bladder would patiently and calmly stretch, waiting until it was truly and substantially full before sending a clear, unambiguous signal to the brain. Now, in this new phase of life, it can become significantly more reactive, sending an urgent wake-up message to the sleeping brain even when it contains only a small, almost insignificant amount of fluid. This heightened sensitivity can be quietly and unknowingly aggravated by certain dietary choices, especially those consumed in the evening. Foods that are particularly oily, excessively salty, or that act as natural diuretics can gently but persistently irritate the delicate lining of the bladder or place an additional unnecessary burden on the already hard-working kidneys. A seemingly harmless snack, a small bowl of salted nuts, or a rich, creamy treat consumed in the quiet, winding down hours of the evening can inadvertently set off this delicate chain reaction, leading directly to a night of fragmented, unsatisfying, and broken sleep. This is why the path to reclaiming peaceful nights is not one of harsh restriction or deprivation, but one of profound wisdom and mindful attention. It is about learning to listen with an open heart to your body's new, softer rhythm and honoring its needs with gentle, intentional choices that actively support its deep-seated and essential requirement for uninterrupted rest. 5 nuts for peaceful nights. Almonds, a gentle relaxant for your bladder. Almonds, known affectionately as badam in countless Indian households, have long been revered not merely as a food, but as a powerful symbol of quiet strength, mental clarity, and profound calmness. They represent more than just a simple nut. They are a cornerstone of a tradition of wellness, a piece of ancestral wisdom passed down with care through generations. Their true, almost magical benefit for our sleep, especially as we age, lies in their rich and abundant reserves of magnesium and vitamin E, 2 vital nutrients that are renowned for having a wonderfully soothing and calming effect on the muscles throughout the body, including, most importantly, the delicate and often overreactive muscle wall of the bladder. As we journey through our later years, these muscles can become more prone to involuntary spasms or a state of overreactivity, leading to premature signals of fullness. In this context, almonds act as a natural, gentle relaxant, helping the bladder muscle to remain calm, pliable, and far less likely to send these false, sleep-shattering alarms to the brain during the night. This direct muscular relaxation translates into a tangible reduction in nighttime interruptions, paving the way for a deeper, more continuous, and ultimately more restorative sleep experience. Furthermore, almonds play a crucial and often overlooked role in the meticulous regulation of blood sugar levels. By helping to prevent the sharp, disruptive spikes and subsequent crashes in blood glucose that can produce a surge of cortisol and jolt you awake, they contribute to maintaining a state of steady, metabolic tranquility throughout the night. This effect is particularly beneficial and supportive for individuals who are actively managing diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions, for whom stable blood sugar is a key component of overall health and restful sleep. To unlock the most profound and sleep-supportive benefit from these remarkable nuts, it is best to embrace the age-old and scientifically sound practice of soaking 5 to 7 raw, unsalted almonds overnight in water. In the morning, their brown, papery skins, which can be slightly difficult to digest, should be peeled away. These softened, nutrient-rich almonds can then be enjoyed as a calming and satisfying snack around 5 p.m., a strategic timing that allows their potent nutrients ample opportunity to be absorbed and to work their calming magic long before you prepare for bed. Foxnuts, the lightest snack for the heaviest sleep. Known throughout India as makhana or fool makhana, foxnuts are perhaps one of the most perfect and thoughtfully designed evening companions for elders who are earnestly seeking serene and restful nights. Celebrated across the subcontinent for their incredible, almost ethereal lightness and their satisfyingly airy crunch, they are exceptionally gentle on the entire digestive system. They are naturally and wonderfully low in the very oils and sodium that can place a significant and unnecessary burden on the bladder and kidneys, especially during the evening hours. Most importantly, and central to their role as a sleep-friendly snack, they do not act as diuretics. This critical quality means they will not push your kidneys into an overactive state of filtration, right at the moment when your body's natural rhythm is signaling for them to slow down and enter a period of rest. Furthermore, makhana is remarkably easy to digest, a quality that helps to minimize any potential for bloating or pressure building in the lower abdomen, which could by extension exert pressure on the bladder as you lie down to sleep. Beyond their lightness, these humble puffed lotus seeds are rich in essential nutrients like calcium and plant-based protein, making them vital for maintaining bone strength, which is a significant concern for older adults, and for supporting the stable hormonal and metabolic cycles that underpin healthy sleep patterns after the age of 60. The traditional and most beloved way to enjoy them is a testament to their simplicity and wholesomeness. In countless homes from the fields of Bihar to the kitchens of Bengal, elders enjoy a small, comforting bowl of makhana that has been lightly roasted in just a single teaspoon of pure ghee, seasoned with a pinch of fragrant, earthy cumin. This simple, deeply satisfying and nourishing snack, ideally enjoyed before the clock strikes 7 p.m., ensures that the stomach remains light, the digestive system calm, and the mind serene as the gentle evening deepens into the profound quiet of the night, setting the stage for a long and undisturbed slumber. Pistachios, relaxing the urinary tract naturally. Pistachios, with their cheerful, vibrant green color and their deeply satisfying, resonant crunch, offer far more to the evening snacker than just a delightful taste and texture. They are a concentrated source of potent, bladder-calming nutrients that can significantly contribute to a more peaceful night. They are particularly and impressively rich in potassium, a crucial mineral that plays a vital and often underappreciated role in helping the smooth muscles of your entire urinary tract to relax and remain in a state of calm. This subtle systemic relaxation has a significant and direct impact on nighttime comfort, as it helps to prevent the bladder from contracting unnecessarily and sending those false, premature signals of urgency that can so easily fragment your precious sleep into frustratingly short intervals. In addition to their potassium content, pistachios also provide a beneficial dose of natural anti-inflammatory compounds. These compounds can be especially soothing and helpful if you experience any mild, low-grade irritation in the delicate lining of your bladder, a common issue that can contribute to feelings of urgency and discomfort. However, with these powerful little nuts, the principle of moderation is absolutely key to unlocking their sleep-promoting benefits without experiencing any unwanted side effects. Consuming a large serving can inadvertently lead to bloating or introduce an excess of dietary fat that can be difficult for a slower evening digestive system to process, potentially disturbing your sleep. The ideal, most beneficial amount is a small, satisfying handful, approximately 28 grams, which is about 49 kernels, enjoyed as a mindful snack between 4:30 and 5 p.m. To ensure you are reaping all the benefits without any of the drawbacks, it is imperative to always choose plain, unsalted pistachios. Actively avoid the heavily processed and salted varieties commonly found in snack mixes, as the high sodium content would directly counteract the positive muscle-relaxing effects of the potassium and instead promote thirst and fluid retention, defeating the very purpose of this mindful snack choice. Flax seeds for hormonal balance and deep rest. Flax seeds, known as alsi in Hindi, are tiny, unassuming brown powerhouses that possess a surprisingly mighty and multifaceted impact on sleep quality and overall well-being, proving to be especially beneficial for older adults navigating the physiological changes of aging. They stand as one of nature's most abundant and efficient sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which work systemically throughout the body to gently yet effectively reduce inflammation. This powerful anti-inflammatory action brings a sense of ease and comfort that extends from soothing aching joints to calming an irritated bladder lining, creating an internal environment that is highly conducive to deep, pain-free rest. Furthermore, these incredible seeds contain compounds that support the body's own natural and efficient production of melatonin, the master hormone that meticulously governs our sleep-wake cycle. Melatonin is the gentle conductor of our internal orchestra, signaling to our entire system that it is time to wind down, to release the tensions of the day, and to surrender to a period of peaceful, uninterrupted slumber. While it is true that flax seeds do possess a mild diuretic quality, their true gift for nighttime tranquility lies in their remarkable ability to help regulate the bladder's rhythm and reduce inflammation when they are consumed early enough in the evening. The most effective and palatable way to incorporate them into your routine is to lightly roast 1 single teaspoon of the seeds to enhance their nutty flavor, and then mix them into a warm, comforting glass of milk, or sprinkle them over a simple, easily digestible evening meal like a nourishing bowl of khichdi. Consuming this small dose between the hours of 5:30 and 6 p.m. provides your body with ample time to fully absorb the incredible array of nutrients, for the fiber to gently pass through your system, and for the anti-inflammatory and melatonin-supporting effects to take hold, allowing your body to settle into a profound state of deep relaxation well before you turn in for the night. Sesame seeds, warming the body, calming the bladder. Sesame seeds, or till, have been a cherished and integral part of traditional Indian diets and medicine for countless centuries, especially valued for their comforting, nourishing, and grounding properties during the cooler months and for their supportive role for postmenopausal women. According to the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, sesame is considered a warming food, a quality that helps to balance and pacify Vata energy, the elemental force associated with air, movement, dryness, and restlessness. By calming this energy, sesame helps the body to feel more grounded, stable, and profoundly calm, counteracting the very feelings of anxiety and restlessness that can often interfere with the ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. These minuscule yet mighty seeds are densely packed with healthy fats, an excellent source of calcium for bone health, and a unique class of plant compounds called lignans. These components work in beautiful harmony to support hormonal balance, particularly in women, and to promote a state of comfort and ease within the bladder. Consequently, till can be particularly helpful and soothing for women who are experiencing an increase in urinary frequency and urgency after menopause, as its properties gently soothe both the digestive system and the delicate wall of the bladder. A small, subtly sweet, and deeply satisfying laddu, a traditional sweet ball made with roasted sesame seeds and jaggery, enjoyed after a light dinner, can be a wonderfully calming and delicious nightly ritual. Alternatively, half a teaspoon of sesame paste or tahini, stirred into a glass of warm milk around 7:30 p.m., can provide similar grounding and soothing effects. Whether consumed by itself or as part of a light meal, sesame works to gently warm the body from within, soothing the nervous system and preparing it for a night of deep, tranquil, and restorative rest, free from the disruptions of a restless body and mind. 5 nuts to approach with caution after sunset. Peanuts, a common habit with a hidden disruption. Peanuts, known across India as mungfali, are a deeply ingrained and beloved staple of evening culture. Their very aroma synonymous with cozy winter nights, the comforting warmth of a cup of chai, and the lively, cheerful hum of family conversations. Their widespread affordability, satisfyingly robust crunch, and savory flavor make them an almost reflexive go-to snack for millions. However, as our bodies mature and enter a more delicate physiological phase, our tolerance for even these once harmless and cherished foods can change dramatically, requiring a new level of mindful awareness. Peanuts are naturally quite high in oil, and when they are prepared for snacking, they are often roasted and heavily salted, a combination that can be surprisingly burdensome on an older adult's digestive system. This rich blend of oil and salt can frequently lead to Uncomfortable bloating, a feeling of excessive internal heat, and a general sense of digestive heaviness that is antithetical to restful sleep. The salt, in particular, acts as a major and direct trigger for thirst, a powerful physiological signal that compels you to drink more water or other fluids late in the evening, precisely when you should be tapering off your liquid intake. This initiates a vicious and self-perpetuating cycle. The more salt you consume, the more you drink to quench the thirst, and consequently, your kidneys and bladder are forced to work overtime throughout the night, processing the excess fluid and waking you up once, twice, or even 3 frustrating times. Instead of habitually reaching for that familiar bowl of roasted peanuts in the evening, consider making a simple yet transformative switch. A small bowl of lightly roasted makhana, foxnuts, can offer that same comforting, satisfying crunch you crave, but without placing any of that undue pressure on your digestive system or your bladder, allowing you to enjoy your evening ritual without paying the price of a broken night's sleep. Cashews, the hidden warmth that can disturb your cool sleep. Creamy, sweet, and undeniably luxurious, cashews or kaju are often perceived as a special treat, playing a starring role in rich, decadent desserts, festive preparations, and as a premium snack. But beneath their smooth, buttery texture and appealingly mild flavor lies a characteristic that many elders, and indeed most people, are entirely unaware of. Cashews are quite high in compounds called oxalates, which are naturally occurring substances found in many plants. For some individuals, particularly those with a predisposition, a high intake of oxalates can be irritating to the sensitive lining of the bladder and, over time, may even contribute to the painful formation of calcium oxalate kidney stones. For an elderly person whose digestive system and renal filtration may be operating at a slower pace, or for someone with pre-existing kidney concerns, enjoying a handful of cashews late at night can quietly and incrementally increase bladder sensitivity and a general feeling of urinary discomfort, making sleep more elusive. Furthermore, within the framework of Ayurvedic tradition, cashews are classified as a heating food, known to increase the Pitta dosha, the principle of fire and metabolism. An excess of this energy in the body, especially at night, can manifest physically as a feeling of disruptive restlessness, uncomfortable night sweats, or a general sensation of being unpleasantly warm while trying to sleep, all of which are significant obstacles to achieving cool, deep, and restorative rest. If you find yourself craving something rich, creamy, and satisfying in the evening, a few slices of sweet ripe papaya can serve as a wonderful and body-friendly alternative. Papaya contains enzymes that soothe digestion, it has a cooling effect on the body, and it is exceptionally gentle on the bladder, making it a far more suitable choice for a peaceful evening treat. Walnuts, healthy in the morning but a challenge before bed. Walnuts, or akrot, are widely and deservedly celebrated as a premier brain food, a title they have earned due to their high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids and their unique brain-like appearance. They even contain a natural, albeit small, source of the sleep hormone melatonin, which would seemingly make them an ideal evening snack. However, herein lies a subtle yet significant paradox for older adults seeking uninterrupted sleep. While they do contain a sleep-supporting hormone, walnuts also possess other inherent compounds that can have a slightly stimulating effect on the bladder. For any individual who already has a sensitive urinary system or a well-established tendency to wake up frequently during the night, this subtle stimulation can be just enough to disturb the fragile peace of the nocturnal hours. Another often overlooked issue with consuming walnuts before bed is that they can be quite difficult to digest. They are dense in fats and proteins, and as the body's digestive fire, or agni, naturally dwindles after sunset, processing these heavy nuts can become a challenge. For some elders, this can lead to the uncomfortable formation of gas, which slowly builds up in the abdomen and creates a gentle but persistent physical pressure on the bladder from above. This external pressure can then trigger the neurological sensation and urge to urinate, even when the bladder itself is far from being full, leading to unnecessary trips to the bathroom. The wisdom here lies in timing. If you love walnuts and want to reap their incredible brain-boosting benefits, Enjoy them in the morning or early afternoon when your digestive system is at its peak performance. For a truly peaceful and bladder-friendly evening, consciously swap them for a small handful of pre-soaked and peeled almonds, which are cooler in nature, far gentler on the digestive tract, and much better suited for promoting nighttime tranquility. Chia seeds, the small seeds that swell silently. Chia seeds have rightfully gained immense popularity in recent years, celebrated for their impressive fiber content, rich omega-3 profile, and their versatility in modern health-conscious diets. Many older adults have enthusiastically adopted them into their routines to support digestive health and cardiovascular wellness. However, the timing of their consumption is absolutely unequivocally critical, especially when it comes to preserving the sanctity of your sleep. Chia seeds behave like tiny, incredibly powerful sponges. They possess the remarkable hydrophilic ability to absorb many times their own weight in water, causing them to expand significantly into a dense gelatinous mass. When these seeds are eaten late in the afternoon, or even more problematically in the evening, they continue this swelling process inside your stomach and intestines. This creates a bulky gel-like substance that can physically press against your bladder, even if you have been mindful about not drinking much liquid before bed. For an elder who may already experience challenges with bloating or is prone to frequent urination, this added internal pressure can create a constant, nagging, and false sense of urinary urgency that persists throughout the night, making deep sleep impossible. Furthermore, their extraordinarily high fiber content, while highly beneficial during the day when you are active and your digestion is robust, can lead to uncomfortable gas, cramping, and digestive distress when consumed in the evening, as the entire digestive process naturally slows down. Chia seeds are undoubtedly a healthy food, but they are definitively a daytime food, best enjoyed in a morning smoothie or an early afternoon pudding. For a seed-based evening snack that offers comfort without compromise, make the simple switch to lightly roasted sesame seeds, which gently warm the body and actively support the bladder without creating any disruptive bulk and pressure in your stomach. Salted mixed nuts, a thirsty trap at 2 a.m. The large, convenient, pre-packaged container of salted mixed nuts has become a common and seemingly innocent fixture in many homes. An easy and mindless snack to enjoy while watching television, reading a book, or socializing with family. But this tempting and seemingly harmless mix can, in reality, be one of the biggest and most insidious nocturnal troublemakers for an older adult's sleep. The combination of heavy, difficult-to-digest proteins from a variety of nuts, the inflammatory processing oils often used in roasting, and, most importantly, the high and often excessive levels of sodium chloride, or salt, is a veritable recipe for severely disrupted sleep. Salt is a powerful dehydrating agent that works on a cellular level, pulling water out of your cells and drastically increasing the sensation of thirst. This intense thirst inevitably leads you to drink more fluids right before you go to bed, directly loading your bladder at the worst possible time. This late-night fluid intake forces your kidneys to work hard and produce urine when they should be in a state of rest. Even more critically, high sodium intake directly interferes with the release and function of the sleep-regulating hormone vasopressin, the very hormone responsible for telling your kidneys to slow down urine production at night. The direct and predictable result is a chronically broken sleep cycle and a bladder that remains on high alert, ready to signal you awake when your mind and body are desperately craving the deep, restorative peace of uninterrupted slumber. Instead of falling into this tempting but troublesome trap, make a conscious and deliberate choice to support your rest. Enjoy a small, mindful handful of plain, unsalted almonds or pistachios before 6 p.m. And if you find you truly need a late-night snack to soothe your stomach, a warm, comforting glass of turmeric milk will do infinitely more to relax your body, calm your mind, and prepare you for sleep than any crunchy, salted, bladder-agitating mix ever could.